Good evening, John Augustine here, back in home. Thank God, safe journey. I had a busy enough day. Did some videos with my friend Oliver earlier, and we had to do other work on that. He's a great lad. He's patient, and we had to try and solve some problems. We were ordering something, and you have to go through more hoops to order something on the internet. Anyway, it was done eventually. So he's very patient, I know, because I wouldn't have a clue about. Thank God he was able to do it, and we came out smelling of roses. What I would say, he solved the problems, and we did some videos, which was great. And I must say, I admire his fortitude and patience. It's a great gift, and it's one great gift that he has. Now, Alice, blessed Alexanderina, isn't she lovely? We'll be visiting where she's from in a little village. Yeah, 40 miles from Porto, which is a city, I think. Alexanderina started to work in the fields around Balazar village. She enjoyed a robust constitution and was known for working as hard as the men. A great little girl. She was vivacious and gifted with a cheerful disposition. Isn't that a great gift? And much loved by her companions. I'm not surprised. At the age of 12, she was placed by her mother in service to a neighbour who was a farmer. Oh, I think this is a disaster. Although her mother attached some conditions to Alexandria's employment. I think that was a dangerous thing to do with a 12-year-old girl. But money was tight, I suppose, and children had to work early, didn't they? Not right. And that she'd be allowed to attend confession once a month. A great, good mother. That she'd be able to spend Sunday afternoon at home in order to attend the devotions at church, and that she'd never be allowed to go out at night. Alexandria's employer didn't keep to these conditions, Boosie, and she was made to do far more work than had been agreed. He was also cruel to Alexandria and Arena. Boosies like that normally are, and frequently humiliated her. When she related these problems to her mother, Maria Anna withdrew her from the arrangement, but unfortunately for Alexandria, this was not the last that she was to hear of her ex-employer. Wouldn't be surprised, they're usually a boozy. Once a boozy, nearly always a boozy, unless they repent. Soon after this, Alexandria fell ill with a serious infection, which was believed to be an intestinal typhoid fever. The illness brought her close to death, but she recovered sufficiently to be moved to a sanatorium in Pova de Varzin for a period of convalescence. Although the danger of death passed, her health was never the same again. And you see, this is the tragedy that old farmer, by the extra work and all the rest of it, did that have a negative effect? It does having a young person. But don't forget she was only 12, but she was a good worker, and I think her mother was a bit, what's the word, irresponsible. She took her away from it, but the harm was done to this little girl's health. And the same again, and she eventually took up sewing for a living, as this was less arduous than working in the fields. However ill she felt, she never neglected her spiritual life, and as well as nourishing her own faith, she also desired to help others to come to the knowledge and love of God. One way she did this was by collaborating with the local catechist to help instruct the younger children. Candido Manuel dos Santos, a contemporary of Alexandria, gave the following testimony during the diocesan process for her fabrication. Alexanderina was so at ease with the youngest ones and had such a manner of speaking to them about God that they often left the other catechists to be with her. We leave it at that. We continue this marvellous story about Alexandria tomorrow. And by the way, I met a great man of my own kind of age and background, Paddy Early, at the conference in yesterday evening from 7 to, well, it was actually 9:30, a little after when it was over, with Bishop Schneider, Alphonsus Schneider. And he gave a blessing, there's a queue of people going up, and I got a blessing myself. And it was a marvellous occasion. He gave a great talk, so relevant. He's a traditional priest in the Latin Rite. He started off with Nomine Patri et Filii et Spiritus Sancto Amen. I'm able to say it in Irish, Naravic, I better not be going into what I'm able to say it now, but I'm doing something else. Oh yes, I was just talking about that. I'm finished with this, and I'll be proceeding. This thing won't write. Is there a technical hitch in the transmitter? I'll have to get another one. Well, I want to make a note where I was. So Paddy has written a book, and when I'm finished with this, I'll be reading Paddy's book. He initialed it. He gave it to me for nothing. And he knows me. I think he follows me on this little business on YouTube. And quite frankly, and I got him to write his, write a good wishes on, which he did. And so I treasure that, and I'll be reading that when I'm finished with this. Yes, sorry, because it's about the Catholic faith in this country, and I share his views. I express them too from time to time, because church was packed in my day up till I was age about 30. And the changes that was wrought then by the bishops was not to the good of the church. And sometimes I think there was an agenda to destroy it, because that's what they did. That's what has happened. Anyway, we say they didn't mean that. They had maybe good intentions, but it didn't work out. And they want to go back to the drawing board, I think. Bye now, and I'll be doing my couple of hymns after this. Bye.